Hello and welcome to ACC League Tools for WordPress. In this video I'm going to show you how we import the results files generated by ACC, how you can view that data and how it's presented on the members website. So we'll start by looking at the events. Results are imported at the event level, so we'll look at our standalone event for most of this. This event has two classes defined. With the relevant rule sets, etc., and three sessions: a practice, qualifying, and race session. I mention that because it's important to understand how things are presented from the results point of view. So first of all, you saw there were three sessions there. For each session that the event includes, we generate one of these selectors that lets you select the file. And so that you can distinguish between them, we take the type of session, the day that that session is running on from the ACC perspective, and similarly the time that it was run at or set for. So if you have 5 sessions, say for multiple races and multiple qualifying, that sort of thing, you'll end up with 5 of these selectors. To import a results file, you need to click on the button to select it. So you go and locate and select the JSON file that you've either downloaded from your hosting provider, or if you're running a local server and this website is running on there, you can import it. So wherever you've got the file from, you can select them. You can select all of them or just one. It's entirely up to you. You can process them all at once, or you can process them individually. If you're only interested in the race sessions, you can just select race sessions. That's entirely up to you. Once you've selected all the files you want to import, click the upload button, and it will go off. Those files will be uploaded to the server, they'll be processed, and the data will be imported into the database supporting your website. You can view that data and see what was actually pulled in by clicking the View Imported Data button. And then again, you'll get the list of sessions, and for each session you can select and see what data was imported. In there you'll find the list of cars that were found in the file with timings for best lap and last lap. But in this case, the timings are all in milliseconds. We haven't formatted them at this point because that's the way they come in. So this is very much the raw data, showing you the team name that was found in there, the laps that were, the number of laps that they were found in there for them, and then the drivers for those cars. In this case, there's a 1-to-1 match because it was a single driver event. But if it were a team event with multiple drivers, with driver swapping and that sort of thing, then the drivers would be listed in here, but only one for each car would be flagged as the current driver, because that's the way the data comes in. Penalties here are empty, but any penalty data that was in the file would be listed here in this table with a flag indicating whether, so this is post-race, indicating whether it was something that was awarded by an admin through the console within the game, or whether it was an automated penalty awarded by the game for, depending on whether you've got that enabled or not in the config files. And then the laps. So to find out which lap belongs to which driver, you'll need to map the ID from here up to either the car or driver ID that's in these columns here. But this is really just a kind of debugging tool to make sure that we've captured the raw data correctly in the database. Back on the results tab, you can also view that data in leaderboard format, and you can select a session from here that you want. So again, let's look at the race session. And then we provide a table that shows the overall standings or overall leaderboard. As you can see in here, we're showing the driver category and event class based on, or that's in the data. So we use those to match up to the actual classes defined for the event. And this is really just the formatted, the best and last laps and their sector times formatted to make them a bit more human readable. We've added to that their position in their class and the points that they've earned in that class, so that these points come from the scoring set that you selected when you created the class. And then we separate that out into their own tables. So you've got the Porsche Cup table here with the points, and then the Super Trofeo here. So that's for a standalone event. It's a one-off thing, so all of the result data is here. There's nothing else to be done with it. If we go and look at a championship, you'll see this championship has 3 events: Demo 1, Demo 2, Demo 3. I can go and look at those results if I want to, and see the same sort of thing in there. Go back to the championship, but additionally here for championships we calculate standings, and so the standings are calculated, or we take the points that are calculated for each event, sum those up, and those effectively form the standings within the championship. But we separate that out into the 2 classes. We don't provide an overall standings because it doesn't make sense when you're using multiple classes. And we add to that those points the number of events that they took part in, the number of wins, number of second and third places, so podiums, and also the number of poles that they achieved in the championship so far. So that's from the admin side of things, how you can import and view the data. On the members website, you can go into an event either through the information button here or from anywhere where the event is shown, and there is a results tab. In here we've put the results into separate panels, and we expand the race panels by default because they're the ones that people seem to be most interested in. And here we do actually give you pretty much the same data as you saw before: the overall standings in the event, the class-specific standings, all separate out. It's basically the same data, but obviously styled according to the theme that you chose for the site. And then you can expand this to see the qualifying sessions. So again, these would be automatically generated based on the sessions that are in that event, which are shown on the Sessions tab over here. And for championships, if we go into one of those and look at the standings, you get the 2 tables with, again, pretty much the same data as we showed you on the admin site, but configured and presented in accordance with the style or with the theme that you showed. And that's it for results, so how to get them in and how they look. Hope that's helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.